Okay, so now we start with word problems. Now in this video we are going to solve the most common kind of word problems that come for linear equation. Okay, now the first question word problem was the sum of digits of a two-digit number. Now remember this two-digit number problem. How do you write two-digit number in variables? Using variables, like for example 20. If I want to write it in terms of x and y, how will I write it? Will it be xy? No. Why? Because xy means x into y. So how you write a two-digit number is of the form 10x plus y. This is a two-digit number where y is in units place and x is in tens place. So any two-digit number, guys, for example 98. How will you write this? 90 plus 8, right? You will not write it as 9 into 8, right? If you take x as 8, 9 and y as 8, you cannot write it as xy because it becomes 9 into 8. xy means x into y. So you can write it as 90 plus 8. 72 can be written as 70 plus 2. So y we have taken 10 units place and x we have taken tens place. Basically this 90 means 9 into 10 plus 8. This 70 here means 7 into 10 plus 2. This is what it means. Alright. So guys, remember a two-digit number will always be written in this form, that is 10x plus y, where in a two-digit number you always have to write this, let x be the digit in tens place. This is how you need to start any word problem. You have to tell us what is x and y. Generally whatever you have to find is x and y. In this they have asked us to find the two-digit number, which means it will have two variables because it's of the form 10 into something plus something, right? So x, when you are writing 10x plus y, x should be in tens place. Let y be the digit in units place. You have to start every problem explaining what is x and y. Now the question, the sum of digits of a two-digit number is 12. So what are the digits? X and y, right? So sum of digits is 12. So they have given you x plus y is 12. The number obtained by interchanging the digits. Now what is the two-digit number? 10x plus y. When you interchange the digits, what happens? It becomes 10y plus x. Remember this. So a two-digit number can be written in the form 10x plus y. When you interchange the digit, it becomes 10y plus x. For example, 72, it is written as 7 into 10 plus 2. And when we make it 27, it becomes 2 into 10 plus 7, right? So here it's of the form 10x plus y. Here it became of the form 10y plus x. So now you have understood about this. Now what has been given? The number obtained by interchanging the digits, that is 10y plus x. You have interchanged the digits, exceeds the given number by 18. Given number is what? 10x plus y. Our original two-digit number. This exceeds this by 18, which means this is 18 more than this. So how do we make it equal? Either you have to add 18 here or remove 18 from here. You can do whichever you want. I'll add 18 over here. So since this is 18 more, if I add 18 to this, it will become equal to this. Now I transpose this on the other side. I'll get minus 10x minus y plus 10y plus x equal to 18. Alright. So minus 10x plus x minus 9x minus y plus 10y plus 9y equal to 18. And our first equation was x plus y equal to 12. In word problems, you can solve using any method. They'll never tell you which method to use generally. But be safe, remember to know all three methods. Now I'll make x terms equal. So I have to multiply by 9. So here it becomes, here first equation remains the same, equal to 18. Then here 9 into x, 9x plus 9y equal to 12 into 9, 108. So now when I add this and this will cancel, I'll get 18y equal to 18 plus 108. 8 plus 8, 16 to 1. So I get 126. So I get 18y equal to 126. So y equal to 126 by 18. So it will go 6 are, 6 2s are, 1s are, 6 3s are, 3 1s are, 7s are. So I got y equal to 7, right? Now I can find x using any of these equations. I'll use this. What do we have? X plus y. So x plus 7 equal to 12. The first equation I'm using. So x equal to 12 minus 7, that is 5. So we got the value of y and x. But what do we need to find? They have asked us to find the number. So what form is the number? 10x plus y. So 10 into x is 5 plus y is 7. So 50 plus 7, 57. So the number is 57. You can check if it's right. This is the original number. Interchange. It becomes 75, right? Now 75, how much more than 57 is 75? 75 minus 57, 6, 15. 15 minus 7, 8, 6 minus 5, 1. So the answer is correct. Why? Because this 75 is 18 more than this number. Alright guys, the next problem. Before we start the next problem, remember in more than 90% of the problems, word problems from linear equation, how do you select what is x and y? Whatever they have asked you to find will be x and y. In the previous problem, it was a 2-digit number. So we had to know the general form of the 2-digit number to know what is x and y. But generally, whatever you have to find is your x and y. And you don't always have to take x and y. You can take it as anything, a and b, m and n. It does not matter. You can take any two variables. But generally, everywhere people take it as x and y. So I am also explaining most problems taking variables x and y. What they have given, the sum of numerator and denominator of a fraction is 12. If 1 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 3 by 4. Find the fraction. Now if you have to find a fraction, what does a fraction have? Numerator and denominator, right? So what do you have to find? You have to find the numerator and denominator, the two things. So okay, in this case I will not use the x and y for this problem, because if I can use it as n and d itself. So I can say let n be numerator and let m be denominator. Okay guys, I am using this sign, but in exam just write the whole thing. Okay, I'll also write it. Let m be denominator. You have to write this first. Before you start any word problem, you have to explain what your variables are. What is x and y, what is n and m, whatever you are taking. Oh sorry, I'll take let d be denominator. Sorry. So I'm taking n as numerator, d as denominator. Now in every linear equation word problem, you will always have two situations. They'll give you two things because you need two equations to solve them, right? Two unknowns, so two equations. Now what have they said? The sum of numerator and denominator of a fraction is 12. Sum of numerator and denominator, which means n plus d is equal to 12. Then they have said if 1 is added to both numerator and denominator. So 1 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 3 by 4. So if you add 1 to numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 3 by 4. This is what they have given. Now here I'll transpose. So it becomes 4 into n plus 1 equal to 3 into d plus 1. I have transposed. So opening the brackets, 4n plus 4 equal to 3d plus 3. I'll bring d term this side, 4 that side. So I get 4n minus 3d equal to 3 minus 4, right? 3 plus 4 becomes minus 4. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Now we have two equations. Now generally how you will write it is from 1 and 2. This is how you will write, or using 1 and 2. Now we have 4n minus 3d equal to minus 1, and we have n plus d equal to 12. Now I'll use elimination method to solve this problem. Here there is minus, so I'll cancel d. Here there is minus and plus, so addition is like I can add and do it. So I'll cancel d terms, so I have to multiply this whole equation by 3 to make this equal to this. So 4n minus 3d equal to minus 1. Here it will become 3n plus 3d equal to 12 3s are 36. So when I add these two, cancel. 4 plus 3, 7n equal to minus 1 plus 36, 35. So n equal to 35 by 7. So n equal to 5. 7 ones are 5s are. I got the value of n. I can find the value of d. I'll use the first equation. We have n plus d, but n is 5. So 5 plus d equal to 12. So d equal to 12 minus 5. So d equal to 12 minus 5 is 7. So denominator is 7. So this is not the final answer. They have asked you to find the fraction. So what is the fraction? N by d, that is 5 by 7. If you can check, you can check what had it said. The sum of numerator and denominator is 12. So 5 plus 7 is 12. If you add 1 to both of them, so it becomes 5 plus 1, 6, and 7 plus 1, 8, right? So 3s are, 4s are. The fraction is becoming 3 by 4. So the answer is correct. Okay, now the next problem. Now this is a age problem. 2 years ago, a father's age was 5 times as old as his son's. 2 years later, his age will be 8 years more than 3 times the age of the son. Find the present age of father and son. So you have to find the present age of father and son. So I'll let present age. What have they asked you to find? Age of father and son. So that those give you two variables. Let present age of father be, I'll take the variable as f. Alright, I'll take it as f, and let present age of son be s. I can take the variables as f and s also. So when I am solving, I easily come to know what I have found. Now I have taken this. Now again two situations or two conditions they'll give you to form two equations. 2 years ago, father was 5 times as old as his son. Now their present age is f and s. What would have their age been 2 years ago? This you have to be careful. So 2 years ago, father's age would be f minus 2 and son's age would be s minus 2. This is what you have to remember. Now 2 years ago, father's age is this, son's age is this. And what have they said? Father's age was 5 times as old as his son. So he was 5 times of this. So his age was equal to 5 into son's age. So this is the first condition they are given. 5 times son's age was equal to his father's age. So we get f minus 2 equal to 5s minus 10. Right? Now I'll transpose s on this side and 2 on that side. I'll get f minus 5s equal to minus 10 plus 2, that is minus 8. So we got our first equation. Now what is the second thing they have told? 2 years later. Now what is their present age is f and s. What will be their age 2 years later? Fathers will be f plus 2, sons also will be s plus 2. Right? His age will be 8 years more than 3 times the age of his son. So this guy's age will be 8 more than 3 times the age of his son. So how do we make it equal? This guy's is 8 more. So if we add 3 times the age of his son, so 3 times the age of his son plus 8 will be equal to his age. I hope you have understood. They have said his age is 8 years more than 3 times his son. So 3 times his son, and if we add 8 to that, it becomes equal to the father's age. So now we'll open the brackets. 3s plus 6 plus 8. So I get f plus 2 equal to 3s plus 6 plus 8 is 14. Now I transpose. So I get f minus 3s equal to 14 minus 2, that is 12. And this is our second equation. So now we have got two equations from 1 and 2. This is how you need to solve in exams. We have f minus 5s equal to minus 8 here and f minus 3s equal to 12 over here. Now I'll use elimination method. F values are same, so directly I'll subtract. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. So plus f minus f, 0, minus 5 plus 3 minus 2s equal to minus 8 minus 12 minus 20. So minus minus signs cancel, s equal to 20 by 2. So s is equal to 10. So what did we get? The age of sun is 10 years. You have to write that at the end, don't forget. Now I have found s as 10. Substituting in one of these equations, I will substitute in the second equation, f minus 3s equal to 12. You can substitute in either. So f minus 3s, that is 3 into 10 equal to 12. So f minus 30 equal to 12. So f equal to 12 plus 30, that is 42. So the father's present age is 42 years. And you just write this better to be safe. Son's age is 10 years, father's age is 42 years. If you want, you can check the conditions. 2 years ago, father's age would have been 40 and son's age would have been 8, right? So 5 times 8 is 40. So first condition satisfied. 2 years later, son will be 12, father will be 44. Now 3 times 3 into 12, 36. 36 plus 8, 44. So both conditions are satisfied. Your answer is correct. Now this is a speed problem. Remember, in linear equations, you have to remember this formula. Speed is equal to distance by time. This is what you have to remember. Now the question is, Raj travels 300 km by train and 200 km by taxi. It takes him 5 hours 30 minutes. Alright. But if he travels 260 km by train and 240 km by taxi, he takes 6 minutes longer. Which means he takes 5 hours 36 minutes. Find the speed of train and taxi. So here I'll take let the speed of train. Now I'll not take t because both are t's, train and taxi, right? So let the speed of train be x kilometer per hour. Don't forget to write that. And let the speed of taxi be y kilometer per hour. So now this is what we have got. Now what have they said? He travels 300 kilometers by 300 kilometers by train and 200 by taxi. It takes him 5 hours 30 minutes, which means they have given you total time. So you will use, since they have given you total time, you will use time taken by first plus time taken by 2 equal to total time. Now this is how you will form the formulas. Remember that. Sometimes they might give you total distance, but in this you can calculate it, but you cannot form an equation. So for some, all these speed problems, you will have to either use speed is equal to distance by time, or you'll have to use distance is equal to speed into time, or you'll have to use time is equal to distance by speed. One of these two. Now in this they have given us total time. So we will be using total time equal to, like the total time is t1 plus t2. So this is what we will be using. So this is the equation we will be using for this particular problem, that is t equal to d by s. Now what is the total time for the first thing? 5 hours 30 minutes. What I'll do is I'll convert it to minutes. So 5 hours 30 minutes is 5 hours plus 30 minutes. 5 hours is how much? 5 into 60. That is 300 minutes, right? Plus 30 minutes. So 330 minutes. So 5 hours 30 minutes is 330 minutes. So I get total time as 330 minutes. Now how are we making the equation? T is equal to D by S. So what have they said first? He travels 300 km by train. So what is the time taken for train? Distance by speed, that is x. X is speed of train, T is equal to distance by speed. And he travels 200 km by taxi. So 200 by y, distance by speed of taxi. So time taken by traveling by train plus time taken traveling by taxi. The total time is 330. Now the next condition they are given is, if he travels 260 km by train, so he is traveling 260 km by train, what is the time he is taking? Distance by speed. So 260 by x. We are using this formula, right? And how much? 240 km by taxi. So 240. What is the time? Distance by speed. So distance traveled by taxi is 240, whereas his speed is y, is equal to, he takes 6 minutes longer. So here it's taking 330 minutes. Here it will take 336 minutes. So now you got the two equation. Now here x and y are in denominator. So what you will do? Let let 1 by x equal to u and 1 by y equal to v. This you have to write after this, don't forget. So what do these two equations become? 300u plus 200v equal to 330, and this becomes 260u plus 240v equal to 336. Now guys, this number is very big. We can simplify. How? 300, 200, 330 are all divisible by 10. So I'll divide the whole equation by 10. Now to simplify this 260, 240 and 336, what we can do is find the highest common factor. Alright, we'll need to find the highest common factor to see what it is divisible by. Otherwise, to use substitution, cross multiplication or elimination method, we have to multiply big numbers, right? So I will try to find the highest common factor. So 260, if you remember from real numbers, 260, 240 and 336. 2s are 130, 2s are 65, 3 it will not go, so 5, 13s are 13, 1. Here 2s are 120, 2s are 60, 2s are 30, 2s are 15, 3s are 5, 5s are 1, right? Here 2s are 1, 6, 8, 2s are 84, 2s are 42, 2s are 21, 3s are 7, 7, 1. So we have one pair of 2 common, another pair of 2 common, that's all we have common. So what is the HCF? 4. So we can divide this whole equation by 4. So what will it become? This will become 30u plus 20v equal to 33, and dividing this by 4 will get 4 ones are 4, 6 are 24, 20 remains 65. 65u plus, if I divide this by 4, 4 ones are 60s are 60v equal to, dividing this by 4, 4 8s are 32, 16 4s are 84. So we have made it as simple as possible. Now we can use, I'll use elimination method. Why? Because here it's 20v, 60v, so I only have to multiply the above equation. So I'll multiply the whole equation by 3. Okay, now when I multiply this, I get 3 into 30, 90u plus 3 into 20, 60v equal to 33 into 3, 99. And the second equation is 65u plus 60v equal to 84. Now I'll subtract. So minus, minus, minus. This will cancel. So what do I get? 90 minus 65. That is 25u. Right? Equal to 99 minus 84. 9 minus 4, 5. 9 minus 8, 1. So I got u equal to 25u equal to 15. So u equal to 15 by 25. So 5 3s are 5 5s are. So I got u equal to 3 by 5. Now using one of these two equations, I can find the value of v. I'll use the first equation. So I got u as 3 by 5. So 30u, which means 30 into 3 by 5 plus 20v equal to 33. I am using the first equation. So 5 ones are 6 are. So I get 18 plus 20v equal to 33. So 20v equal to 33 minus 18. How much is that? 13, 14, 15. So I get 20v equal to 15, right? So I get v equal to 15 by 20. That is again 3s are 4s are. So I get v equal to 3 by 4. So I have found u and v. Now I can find x and y. What was it? 1 by x equal to 1 by x equal to u. How much is u? 3 by 5. So what will be x? 5 by 3, right? And what was v? 1 by y was v, that is 3 by 4. So I get y equal to 4 by 3. Now is this the final answer? No. Why? Because speed is not 5 by 3 right now. Why? We have taken x as kilometer per hour. What had we done here? We had converted hours into minutes. So now again we have to convert this speed is kilometer per minutes. We have to convert it to kilometer per hour. So how do you convert? X equal to 5 by 3. It is kilometer per minute. How do you convert minute to hour? Dividing by 60. Okay, remember it is kilometer per minute right now. So if I have to convert this to hour, I have to divide this by 60 and this 60 will go up, which means I have to multiply this by 60. So 3 ones are 3, 20s are. So x is equal to 5 into 20, 100 kilometer per hour. Alright. And for y, 4 by 3. So y is equal to 4 by 3 into 60. So 3 ones are 20s are. So y equal to 80 kilometer per hour. Guys, I hope you have understood this properly. You understood how to get this. For speed problems, remember either we'll be using speed is equal to distance by time or distance is equal to speed into time. This t transposes, or time is equal to distance by speed. In this they had given us total time, which is why we are using t equal to t1 plus t2 and solving the two equations. This is how we are forming the equations. Now remember here we had converted hours into minutes, which is why in the end we have to remember to convert the minutes back into hours, because the speed we have taken, let x be kilometer per hour. So now kilometer per minute we have found, minute is in denominator. How do you convert minute to hours? Dividing by 60. So we are dividing by 60, so this 60 will come up. Remember that denominator will always go up or down, right? So it becomes into 60. Here we have multiplied by 60. Here we have multiplied by 60. So we have got the speed.